It's your girl, Tina Wolf, your favorite intimacy intuitive. Okay, y'all, check this out. I was listening to Joel Osteen this morning, as I often do, and he was talking about um, stop allowing the distraction to get you off course. Stop seeking approval from the distraction that's never going to give you what you need. So often we give our power away to people unknowingly by staying focused on them or staying focused on a situation that basically brings us to an impasse. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what an impasse is? An impasse is something, a situation that is never going to come to fruition in a positive outcome. It's like I'm going to sit here in purgatory because nothing good from it is going to come from it and nothing bad's going to come from it. It's just you're just in this situation. The more you focus on the distraction, the more that you are not focusing on what you need and what you need to move forward on in your life. He spoke about a man who came up and complimented him. And I know we've all had this in our life. Somebody will come and they'll compliment you and tell you how good you are. And, oh my God, you're so amazing. You're that. But let me tell you what to do with your life. Let me tell you what to do with your business. Let me tell you what you need to do in order to get yourself where you need to be. And Joel said that just did not sit right in his spirit. Have you ever noticed how somebody try to tell you something and it don't sit right in your spirit? And I've done this with my kids, for example. You know, they may be going through a challenge or a hard time, and I'll be like, well, son, if you're doing a good job, but if you just did this, if you just did that, and they'll be like, Mom, no, I don't want to do that. And I've been guilty of doing that exact same thing, right? And sometimes we give solutions, not just because we love them and not just because we're ready for them to move forward, but sometimes we give people solutions because we're tired and they're coming to us with the same problem over and over again, right? Or we see a potential problem that the person is in and we feel like we have the wisdom to get them out. And then we end up focusing more on their problem, focusing more on why they're not doing what we're telling them to do, in lieu of focusing on yourself. I had a conversation with a friend yesterday and I was speaking with her and I said, you know, sometimes you just gotta listen. So often we listen to respond. Sometimes when you just start listening and you stop giving solutions and you just start praying and you start filling up that prayer bank for that person that you care about, they're going to start to wonder, how come they're not giving suggestions anymore? Like, you know, every time I came in with a problem, they'd be trying to give me a solution. I'd be like, oh my God, please, I'm not going to do that. Stop, please tell me. But when you start listening to people, you're allowing them the space to be able to create solutions on their own. Period. Point blank, period. So what I've said to her was this: just listen. If they're saying something and you find yourself wanting to give a solution, hit the mute button. Say what you want to say, cuss them out, whatever it is you want to do, but hit the mute button, but let the person speak. So often people are not heard. So they overtalk, they overthink. And sometimes you need to let them hear the sound of their own voice. Whoop, I'm going to say it again. Sometimes you need to let them hear the sound of their own voice, because when they hear it, sometimes it doesn't sound right to them and they will take action. If you cannot handle it, if you cannot sit there and listen to them, it's okay to say, I don't have capacity. That's another thing that we need to do. We need to start letting people know that we don't have capacity. Period. So today's message is as short as I can get it and as sweet as I can get it. Do not allow the distraction to get you off focus by trying to seek approval and try to create solutions for other people in your life. Focus on the situation in your life. And if there's somebody that has tried to drop out of your life unexpectedly, nowadays they call it ghosting, right? Or they're not giving you that attention anymore. right? Because I've definitely had experiences and I got stories on that. But if you've had somebody that's ghosted you and they've not wanted to be a part of your life, in lieu of trying to figure that out, sit in that space for a little while, but say to yourself, you know what? This is what I've learned. This person is not in alignment with me. And if I ever come across this type of energy again, I will recognize it. And every time you think about that person or that situation, reprogram your brain to say, this is what I've learned. Period. You are never going to satisfy the person that wants you to be who they want you to be. Be yourself, and you will draw in the right people. And be patient and give yourself grace during this process. I promise you it will happen. It may not happen in the time you want it, but it's going to happen in the time that's necessary. Keep working on yourself. Keep loving yourself. I'm here for you. Y'all have an awesome and amazing day. Mwah. I love y'all so much. Please fill up your prayer bank, not just for yourself, but for others by praying, meditating, and asking for help. Love y'all. Mwah. Bye.